Today, in the spirit of fashion, I've decided to wear a beret, which is, back in the day, people used to club beavers and turn them into hats.
We're never going to make it through this.
This hat, this beret, is instead in the form of a, like a sweater, like a nice sweater. It instead of a dead beaver on my head, it's a sweater.
What Wizards of the Coast has done is taken the regular dead beaver. That's a weird one. What Wizards has done is taken a regular card and repurposed it into something new. Much like a dead beaver that is now a sweater hat, we have new versions of existing cards in Secret Lairs.
In the video, ja. Highest level of gratitude to our patrons who power the channel through Patreon. Check out the Patreon link in the description to learn about monthly giveaways, VIP Discord access, and even our official playmat.
For a limited time, join the Patreon at any level and receive a free Jake or Joel Neon Dynasty sticker while supplies last.
Hello and welcome to The Day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. It is the April Super Drop. We are going to go through this secret layer and tell you what we would buy from it and the value of the individual drops. But before we get into it, if you would, think about clicking that like button and that subscribe button if you like the video by the end of it.
You know, I hope you find this review helpful. We typically review all these different Secret Lair products that come out.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Dragon Shield. If you want to shop Dragon Shield products on the internet, the link down in the description below will directly help the channel if you shop through there. Yeah, Jake, let's jump over and take a look at the April Super Drop.
Yeah, fun thing about Dragon Shields is they will protect you from the fire breath of a dragon if you do turn them into clothes, and that is not financial advice.
We're going to start with just some totally normal guys. This is an art set from the artist Roman Klonik, if I am pronouncing that correctly. Roman is a Polish artist. You can see the art style that Roman has, and if we go back to these cards, you can see the influence directly. I really like the take on some of these cards. Jake, we've got Void Winnower, Goblin Settler, Collector Oof, and Vengevine in this set. Just totally normal guys. Void Winnower is a $16 card. Goblin Settler is a $48 card. Vengevine at $10, and then Collector Oof at $5. Total, you've got $79 worth of value, but most of it is Goblin Settler being a $48 card, only ever having been printed in Starter 1999, which is the star symbol if you're not familiar.
4 mana 1/1, it destroys target land. It can hit any land, which is great, but big scarcity play here. Nothing really to see in my opinion, but the art really is beautiful. Void Winnower is a card that came out of Battle for Zendikar. It's one of the few cards that have any kind of value in that set because that was when Expeditions first came out. It was mass opened and it tanked pretty much all of the cards in that product in a big way. Vengevine is cool. Collector Oof is cool. Collector Oof, pretty new card.
Yeah, see EDH playable with activated abilities of artifacts being shut off with that.
For sure.
But everything else, I mean, Void Winnower's maybe Commander playable, and then you've got Goblin Settler. Vengevine's going to be more fringe playable in Commander.
I'm not super hyped on this. However, I do like the art on all of these cards.
I really like the art on this one too. It is interesting though, because this set, of all of the sets in this April Super Drop, represents value out of the box.
Value.
But
because of scarcity.
Right, because of scarcity. It's almost all on one single card. But a lot of these boxes, a lot of these sets in this Secret Lair don't have their value. But let's talk about the left-handed Magic cards, Jake, if you want to tell us about these.
The Rogue Rock, this is a newer card that just came out, kind of yet to be proven. Sisay is sweet. Sisay's pretty cool, but also not a lot of value there. The Empress is $18, which is most of the value on this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Messenger,
$10. You know, you got the Rogue Rock, and then there is a Garruk in there that I think I missed.
No, the Garruk, yeah, it's the Caller of Beasts Garruk. This is an $8 card. This one is one of those where it's like been perfectly cultivated, where you got an $8 card, you got a card that's brand new and has no real value if you just want a copy. Giraffe's Messenger's $10 because it's only been in Dark Ascension.
That is sweet too.
Yeah, that art is really sweet. I do have to agree with you on that. Empress Galena, $18, but this is a scarcity card because it was only printed in Invasion. And then you got Sisay, which is, you know, a great 5-color commander. I really think it comes down to, Jake, do you like the gimmick of these? I think
it's lazy, dude. I think it's a little bit lazy. I think it's like they went in, they took the, the card assets, and they were like, what if we just like drag this here and we drag this here, and then we'll see what these people pay for.
I think that they kind of felt that themselves. I think that's why they wanted to go with art that to me seems new. I would have to double check on Garrick.
At least the art is new and fresh and updated. But as far as the border goes, I mean, this is nothing really to write home about, in my opinion.
$29 worth of value in a $30 set. And that is not as bad as it gets in this Secret Lair overall. Left-handed to me, I kind of agree with you, Jake. I do think, though, that they look different enough that they will be desirable pieces, especially Sisay and Rograk, because people are going to want special versions of their commanders, Next up,
let's talk about one that really doesn't have very much value at all.
Yo, the value on this one is shocking. This is one of the more shocking Secret Lairs I've ever seen. And we're going to talk about this from two different directions, because the first direction is this is Artist Series Wayne Reynolds. And look, I love Wayne Reynolds. His work is so sick. Terminate, Return to Dust, Doubling Season, iconic cards. Wayne Reynolds has given us iconic cards. Dreadbore, Johnny's Chosen, Pirate's Pillage. These are cards. Feather. I mean, I'm talking like some of the coolest, most iconic cards in MTG.
And clearly still working if they're doing this Secret Lair. I'm super hyped, just as a channel meme. I love the SRAM. I love seeing a new SRAM. Let's talk about the art on all of them. It's all new. It's all updated. So this is like...
I love that tour brand.
The Seb McKinnon kind of thing, but if you look back on that Seb McKinnon layer, you're getting Damnation, all of these big... powerful cards. You're getting a land in there, a swamp that can go.
You're getting a few
anything.
Powerful ones. Whereas, I don't mind if these layers have that like one killer card in them. You'll see a couple of them, at least one or two of them in this layer drop designed that way. But this one, SRAM Senior Edificer, no value. Torbrand Thane of Redfell, no value. Depala, Pilot Exemplar, no value. Balthor the Defiled, exactly, all dollar or less. Balthor the Defiled is a $10 card, but that's because it's only ever been printed in Judgment, so it's a completely scarce card. This is just such a weird use to me of one of the top MTG artists. Maybe I remember them saying when these artist series came out that they give the artist free reign. I don't know exactly how true that is.
Maybe these are cards that really spoke to
all dwarfs.
Wayne Reynolds.
Yeah, right? He wanted to do a dwarf Secret Lair, and there's just no real value there, but you got some sick art on new dwarf versions, $30 for a set that's got really like $13 worth of value in it. But
watch this have a really dank, amazing like secret card in it. That's like 100%. The kind of thing where there's going to be something that we're not seeing here.
We got 3 artist series in this Secret Lair drop, the second of which is artist series Sidharth Chaturvedi, and I am butchering that name pronunciation, so I do apologize about that. This is one that I was talking about, Jake, where we got one killer card, and that is Concordant Crossroads. This is a Chronicles and Legends card that has not been reprinted in forever. It's a $49 card in Chronicles. The Legends card is over $280, and now you can just buy one straight up, but that is literally the value in this set. You're basically just buying a Concordant Crossroads if you're looking at it strictly through the lens of value, because Nomad Outpost, Ghost Quarters like $1, and then a basic island. So with this one, Jake, do you like how they present
that Nomad Outpost? Oh God, I wish the Nomad Outpost had been like the Mardu Triome.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I mean, isn't that just Mardu, right? Red, white, black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not make it the Savai Triome, and then have a card that people really love and care about there? That's not super expensive. But yeah, you're right. Concordant Crossroads, that is the Chronicles card. The card did come out in Legends. It is an amazing card. It's one of these cards where if you're in green and you want your creatures to have haste and you don't have red,
here it is.
For example, this is it. This is your option. And 1 green, extremely mana efficient. However, keep in mind it is for everybody. Everyone at the table has haste. It's a fun, very powerful card, a much needed reprint, a very expensive card. Yeah, I mean, I still love the OG art.
So I'll tell you that the value of this layer is $49, but that means that there's one $49 card in this set.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the island's cool. I like it. But I do think, Jake, that this is the approach. We always talk about when are we going to get that Mana Crypt Secret Lair, just a crypt for $60, whatever it is. I think that this is their testing the waters on that. Will players purchase a set that is just one hyper valuable card and then 3 whatevers? I don't know. That's
Everyone's
the review
like
on that one.
$40 jeweled lotus.
Yeah, exactly. Concordant Crossroads, if you want to buy one, that's the way to buy it. We've got that now. The third and final of the art series, we've got 2 more secret layers to cover after this one, is Magali Villeneuve. Again, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but if you look at Villeneuve's work, we've got some heavy hitters here too.
Big hits.
Very playable, widely loved cards across a multitude of colors and formats and gameplay styles. So big fan of the choice here. With the Magali set, we've got Mother of Runes, which I've talked about recently as needing a reprint pretty soon, and here it is. It's a $5 card though, so
very strong card.
Oh, very strong. But they caught it before it got up into that $10 range. You got Death Shadow, which still holds a $6 price point. Art on this super sick. Favorite Death Shadow art that exists now personally for me. Then you've got Elvish Mystic, which is a mana dork that is no real value. And then you've got a basic forest that is, dude, if I had 30 of these, 35 of these, I could run them in a commander deck, but you only get one, and that's the complaint of Secret Lairs. $11 in this set, Jake. They did these artists dirty, man, with the value in their cards. They got Wayne and Magali to kill some art for these cards that don't have a ton of value or really widespread playability in Commander. Sidharth did at least get the Concordant Crossroads, but at $11 of value, I don't know about this set.
Right, and let's touch on that because we've just talked about 3 artist series that are all kind of a little bit, lackluster.
For sure.
If you're just looking at the card value and not the art, not the story,
which is all we're reviewing.
Not the secret card that's possibly going to come in these. Maybe it's going to be something big, like read the fine print. All of those got a Liliana Dreadhorde General stained glass. So that's a big hit there that you don't even see that's advertised. So there might be something there. So keep that in your back pocket. But yeah, man, if you did go to the secondary market and you wanted to buy these cards, you could do it for far less than MSRP of $30 for non-foil or $40 for the foil. Is the art enough to move me to get this? I don't think it is, and I don't think my one modern deck that I barely played, Death Shadow Grixis, is going to be enough for me to grab it. The Elvish Mystic, we do know that in Commander, mana dorks like Ignoble Hierarch, Llanowar Elf, Elvish Mystic, these are all good cards, but just not a lot of value.
Yeah.
And again, you're right about the forest. There are certain decks that need very few basics, but it would be cool to get why not do a mountain? Why does it have to be 4 cards? Could it be 5? Could you throw another useless card in there? Who knows? And I'm really not trying to hate on it, because the idea is, if you are watching this and you're like, well, F what Jake and Joel are saying, I don't care what you guys are saying, I like that and I want to support that artist, then hell yeah, man.
Get it.
You should absolutely buy it, because that's the point of this. Don't be a whale who needs to have every single one of these products. I abandoned that long ago. I look at these and I pick and choose, and I'm like, oh, I'll get that. I think that looks good for me. That's something that I would like.
100%.
So, just my 2 cents.
Special guest Matt Jukes is next up. If you go to Matt Jukes' website, you can see that this is the style. This is completely and 100% translated onto the art that we are getting for these Czech lands. You got Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Dragon Skull Summit, Rootbound Crag, and Sun Petal Grove. They look cool, but I gotta say, Glacial Fortress, $4. Drowned Catacomb, $7. Dragon Skull Summit, $4. Rootbound Crag, $4. Sun Petal Grove, $4. You got $23 worth of value, but if you just don't have the Czech lands, this is a way
Allied
to just
checks.
Just snap them up. You got them. But again, the value is just not there. I would have rather these been the shock lands personally. I also think it's Look, I love Matt Jukes art. I really am a fan of that. It's kind of a liminal space, minimalist, impressionistic sort of thing, and I'm a big fan.
Minimalism comes to mind.
Love
for
it.
sure.
I really love it.
And the cards are borderless, which is worth noting. There is like that cool kind of borderless. It kind of reminds me a little bit of. I think it is unstable actually, but yeah, I do think that these lands are very beautiful. It's just I don't know. It leaves a little bit to be desired, being the check lands.
I think it's I think it's the frame for me too. When I look at these, I'm not automatically seeing two land types, two colors being represented on the thing. I mean, I guess it is blue and white, and I do see the two colors. I don't know. There's just something about it for me where the frame maybe needed a little work up. I don't really feel like the frame and the art match, and for me, it's like kind of a weird effect that it achieves just looking at them personally. I do think that this is a great way to just pick these up, have them in your collection, and have them for your commander decks. At $23, this is yet another set,
dude. I think that some people are going to be right. I think some people are going to be turned off by the fact that it is very minimalist. That's just going to be to each their own on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do see what you're saying. You know, this is one where I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to pick this one up.
I really want to like it. I do like the thought. Same. You know, I want playable commander cards. It's what I always ask for. But you know what? We did get one killer drop. Talking about commander playable cards, the Showcase Streets of New Capenna Gilded foils. Now, this has got a new foiling. This is a beautiful gilded foil treatment from the Streets of New Capenna set. So this is sort of foreshadowing what we'll probably see in the New Capenna set as their collector's boosters version or showcase versions as this gilded foil, which is going to be new. Probably a little like Neon Ink, where it's going to be gold instead of the neon colors that are popping up. And
this is where they're going to charge us more than any other layer.
Oh,
right?
100%. This drop is worth $50, and it's only the gilded version. This is exactly what I want to see from a Secret Lair, though, Jake. You've got 3 wildly playable commanders in Atraxa, Breya, and Yidris. Atraxa is a $30 card, Breya is a $6 card, and Yidris is a $10 card. This is a $46 worth of value set, but it's being sold for $49.99. I'm telling you, this is the first time that I've looked at all these layers and gone, what happened? You've always been so good at this, offering so much value on cards, but they're probably just testing out some things that I'm not even seeing behind the scenes. Looking at these, though, these gilded foils. These are our C16 4-color commanders. Notable exclusions: Kineos and Tiro of Meletis, Saskia the Unyielding. Why not make this a 5-drop? Why not make this 5 commanders, the full reprint of all the C16 4-color commanders? Why limit it to just these 3? Why leave out Kenny and T and Saskia? I don't really love that, but that's my natural instinct as an MTG player, is to go, you gave me this great thing, I want more.
Sure.
I do kind of
want to speak. I do kind of want to speak to what you were saying, which was, you know, what happened with this bundle. You know, it could be something like WotC going to Papa Hasbro, hey, we're blowing a little bit too much of our reprint equity on all of these Secret Lairs. Maybe we need to dial it back. Not saying that there aren't a massive amount of Magic the Gathering cards. You could just keep this endlessly going forever, and they likely will. But it could just be they're trying to test it out, and they're like, okay, we've had such good numbers with these Secret Lair products. Why don't we like dial it back, see if we can give them less, and see if they're going to pay us the same amount? Because then when they pop a big card in there, like our Mana Crypt, our Soul Ring, something like that, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, let's line up and buy a massive amount of those.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple in here that I will be picking up, but this is not going to be a full drop for me.
No, I do really like these overall. Showcase Streets of New Capenna Gilded foils. This is where I want Secret Lairs to live.
Dude, I don't even have an Atraxa, and that makes me want to put a deck together.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty sweet.
just to sort of button this up, you've got the Just Some Totally Normal Guys, a $30 layer for $79 worth of value, but most of that is the Goblin Settler, which is $48. Left-handed Magic cards is $29 to buy, $29 worth of value. Most of that is Empress Galena, which is a scarce reprint. Wayne Reynolds has got $10 worth of value in it for $30, but Wayne Reynolds is a classic artist. Same with Sidharth Chaturvedi's artist series. You got $49 worth of value, but it's only in Concordant Crossroads. Everything else there is nothing value-wise. Magali Villeneuve set, $11 worth of value for $30. Matt Jukes, $30, $23 worth of value, and then the Showcase Gilded Foil Edition, $50 to buy, $46 worth of value. Jake, looking at the April Superdrop, what do you think you're going to get?
Well, for me, I probably will go with the Matt Jukes check lands just because those are pretty sweet. I do like the minimalist art on those. And then the only other one that I'm really interested in are the Streets of New Capenna gilded foils. And it is worth noting, hopefully these gilded foils are not going to pringle up. I know that we said like some of the foils will pringle in these products, and they have in the past. You know, that's worth noting. I hate that it happens. I wish that we could figure it out. But some of them, even though they come wrapped, they do pringle up. So I will be getting the Gilded Foil Edition. I think that's cool. And then the Matt Jukes. And then the only other one that I have any real interest in is like just Totally Normal Guys, because I do love the art on those as well. Kind of a lackluster product, but you know, I don't hate saving money. So I'll probably pick up a SRAM on the secondary market once these start to arrive in people's hands.
For me, the only one that I'm even remotely interested in is Showcase Streets of New Capenna Gilded Foil Edition. I don't have any of those commanders, and this is how I'm going to get all of those commanders and be able to build them.
Well, you heard what Joel's getting. You heard what I'm getting. What are you getting? And also, this is the big thing I want to know, is what do you think the secret card is going to be in these products? Do you have an inkling?
A lot of people think the Braille one is going to come with some sort of New Capenna Ornithopter or New Capenna Thopter, I guess, whatever Braille makes. If you found any value in the video at all, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button supremely helps us out. Other than that, I'm tapped out. Catch you later.
Yeah, you got all the time in the world to buy this product, so don't freak out. And there's not really a ton of stuff to miss. So if you have to take a break, give yourself a pat on the back. All right, we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.